Hey everybody, welcome to Module 2. In Module 2, we will address Individual Family Service Plan, IFSP. As you can see here, this is a recorded overview of Module 2, which I'll insert here and publish in the page. At the end of this module, you will be able to define the steps of an Individual Family Service Plan, describe effective strategies for working with families and supporting them through the IFSP process, and present information on community support agencies that can supplement the IFSP plan. There are three primary assignments for this module. The first is an online participation assignment. That's like the earlier, the online participation assignment in Module 1. But on this one, you'll be creating a handout for families that are involved in IFSP. The module assignment is a community, it's an option actually, but you can choose to do a community agency field trip or professional development. And the final assignment is a group contract, where you and your group members will meet to create a plan to successfully collaborate on your assignment. This module is structured by three primary steps before you start entering your assignment. The first step is the reading. Here I have a list of 4 readings that you will begin with. All of these readings are about the Individual Family Service Plan. The first one gives you insight into developing the plan. This one is about writing outcomes in the plan. This one makes a distinction between IFSPs and IEPs. Many of us are more familiar with the IEPs, but the IFSP is something for early childhood, and it makes a nice distinction in this article. And finally, this is the transition guidebook. Review all of these before going to the next step. Step 2 is a challenge. I'm asking you to think about this question. How do you find information on the referral for the IFSP process? Put yourself in the shoes of a parent with a child that they have some concerns about. What you'll have to do is, and here's the specific scenario. So this is a scenario you're going to have to kind of inhabit. And what I'm asking you to do is explore the internet, also course materials, and other resources that you might have for how you might engage in the IFSP process, these initial steps. When you're doing this work, record and take notes of what you find and what you notice. Also record your own personal thoughts, maybe frustrations, like this is harder than I thought it would be to find this information, or this was relatively easy. The sites that I found, I was able to find them quickly. All of this data will help you in the final, in the assignments at the end of this module. So after completing that second step, the final step is a video series of an IFSP meeting. It's a series of videos that you'll go through. These walk you through an actual meeting and the steps to be taken in those meetings. It's located in Illinois, but this process is pretty similar throughout the states and throughout most states in the United States. So it's really informative, and it gives you some real insight into how this actual meeting might look like without actually having to be in the meeting itself. So watch each of those videos. And then you'll have your 2 primary assignments in your group assignment to do. The first primary assignment is the participation assignment for the Individual Family Service Plan. What you'll be doing here is you're going to be developing, and you'll create a 1-page attractive family-friendly handout providing the basics for families on the early intervention process. So on step 2, I asked you to go and search the internet and try to figure out what you could about the process. You'll use a lot of that data and information to help you craft this 1-page flyer.
to be able to distribute to parents or anyone that you might be working with. Not everyone's going to be working with students, or not everyone will be teachers. Maybe you'll be working for community agencies or something else, and you'll want to know how to share this information. So this has more complete directions here, so read through those carefully. Know that there is a rubric, and you should be reading the rubric as you're doing this to make sure you know you're hitting all the pieces that I'm looking for, and see that it's due on February 21st by 5 p.m. The module assignment for this is either a field trip or professional development. You have two options. The first option is a student-initiated field trip. This will be to visit either a nonprofit, a resource center, or another organization that supports families or children with special needs, or other environmental risk factors such as abuse, homelessness, poverty, things like domestic violence shelters. So you'll choose a place, then you'll have to go and follow these directions because they're really specific, but you'll want to collect data when you're there. Take notes, pictures, gather things. And you'll use that data to help you craft your presentation. And so you'll create a brief 8 to 10 slide PowerPoint or Prezi that you'll share with me, you'll submit, and then also you'll write a 2-page reflection on this. Very similar to this, to the field trip, is a professional development. So if you choose this option, instead of going to visit an actual place, you'll attend a professional development session. It must be about 2 hours, minimum of 2 hours. And it could be on the topics of ISFPs, IEPs, collaboration, a series of other sort of adjacent topics to this module. Be sure to have the professional development pre-approved by me. So whatever professional development option you choose, send it to me and say, hey, does this look okay? And I'll let you know if it is. This is a great resource on trainings that are free and always available. You could also look at ASU's Mary Lou Fulton Teachers College website. They have lots of resources there as well for professional development that are going on, or education-related professional development. Similar to the field trip, you will create a PowerPoint, so you'll need to take notes, then you'll create a PowerPoint answering these questions, then write a 2-page reflection. Be sure to follow and pay attention to the rubric, because this will really help you get and know exactly what I'm looking for when I'm grading these. And finally, the last assignment is the group contract. So as you'll notice, later today actually, I will assign everybody to a group, and your group will be the same group that throughout the rest of the semester, and you will be tasked with various assignments, but this very first assignment is to collaboratively create a contract. And what you'll have to do is meet virtually or in person, but likely virtually, and you'll fill out this contract link. So you'll click here. This has a document to fill out, directions. If you have any questions about the directions, reach out to me, but everything should be spelled out there. And then one group member, the leader, whoever you decide as the leader of that group, will submit that contract using the URL here. So you just click up here to submit that. And that's the end of that's all that I have for lesson or module 2. And again, if you have any questions about this, reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer those. Okay, thanks.